Hello. Hi,
Hello.
Mallory.
Hello, Ellen.
Karen, thank you for being here from my home state of Minnesota. I miss
Oh, no
it.
way.
Yeah.
Nice.
I listen to Minnesota Public Radio, so I know what weather is coming my way because we live east. So
Yes.
thank you both for being here so much. What a great piece and a beautiful performance. So I have all these questions, but I'm delighted you're here. And especially, Mallory, the harp thing, and it's great to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a long time.
Yeah, but fantastic. And, Karen, thanks for taking the time. I know there are just a million things going on. So if it isn't a nutcracker, it's got to be something else.
Right. Definitely have Nutcracker coming up.
Yeah, there you go. The black kind of gave it away a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, do I have the right Yoshi Weinberg? In 2017, I think he was part of the Young Composers Project.
Yes.
Right? So at St. Olaf College, when we held that institute at St. Olaf, he was one of the featured composers. Is that where you came across him, or how did you know about him and his music?
Yeah, I actually came across Yoshi from high school. We were both a part of a competition at Minnesota Public Radio. And so that's when I first knew they existed. And then me and Yoshi just connected at different things. And that's when I found out they played flute and harp and composed. So when I started playing with Mallory, I was like, this would be a perfect collaboration.
And it is. The piece is just really beautiful, really gorgeous. I love it. And it's so evocative. And he did, of course, with his skill, with the skill that they have with both instruments, it's clear from the composition that they know kind of what direction they're going and where it's coming from.
Absolutely.
You don't often get sort of a lyrical piccolo.
Right. It was fun to be able to switch between piccolo and flute and get some of those colors on the piccolo.
I love it. I love it. So talk to me for a minute about the next commission that from them. It's from Yoshi, is that correct?
Yes, from Yoshi. Yes, we actually were able to commission them through an American Harp Society grant last year. And their piece is now finished and actually available on their website. It's called To Be a Body. And we were able to premiere it last year. Unfortunately, we weren't able to retrieve a recording of it, but we're hoping in this new season, this 2022 season, that we'll be able to program it on everything that we do. We're really excited. It's a beautiful, very exciting work.
Yes.
But we absolutely love it. And it was made possible by a grant from the American Harp Society.
Well, we're glad we could contribute even a little bit to something that adds that to the repertoire. And I'm really happy to hear that people can go to Yoshi's website.
Yes.
Right. And purchase the music there. And then at some point, you all will have a recording out there somewhere.
Yes.
Let us know when you do, and we'll pop it up on our Harp Society YouTube channel. So that people can, really delve into it and get a hold of the music and play something new. So I wanted to do a little lightning round with you because I read your bios and I read the focus of the ensemble, and it says music in the last 100 years. So not to put you on the spot, that's not my goal, but I think for a lot of people, from 1920 until 1950, do you have a favorite piece in your repertoire from the first 3 decades of your 100 years?
Nothing's coming to mind specifically.
Right. Yeah. I think everything is, the majority of our program, I think, is 1950s over.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I'm just curious because it might be something to explore, but what about 1950 to 1980? Do you have any favorites?
Honestly, Yoshi's pieces have been my favorite. I personally just love commissioning pieces. And so the commissions we've done have been my favorite pieces. We've done Untracked by Eber, and that's just always a fun recital opener, just a short piece to throw in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and everybody loves it.
Yeah, we've also had a blast with Vincent Persichetti's Serenade Number 10, and we frequently program that, as well as a couple of new transcriptions by Florence Price and William Grant Still. William Grant Still's Romance we did transcribe from its original from its original version, which is saxophone and piano, to flute and harp. And then Florence Price's Adoration, which was originally written for organ, is now transcribed for flute and harp.
Yay!
And shout out to Mallory for that, because I cannot transcribe and she's a pro at it.
A definite shout out. Yeah, it's not easy to do, so it's great. It's great. And then from 1980 to 2010, I don't know, is there something that stands out for you?
The 2010, no. One of my student, Fiona Gerke, she wrote, oh man, was that? No, that was before she was alive. But I think that if we were to advance that a couple more years, one of my favorite pieces is by my student, Fiona Gerke, and we've got to get her published. She's doing some good things out there. We program some of her work sometimes too.
Great.
And our repertoire is still expanding, so I'm sure we'll be getting more pieces in those time frames as we go on.
No, I think I love that focus, because you say music of the last 100 years, and I don't think sometimes people think about everything that's there, that rich sort of history that we kind of maybe don't zero in on. And there are so many options.
Yes.
And to expand the repertoire in the way that you're doing, I really love that, because we will add to the body of works, to the canon of works for flute and harp, and it's an ensemble that's never going away. You know, it's a fantastic ensemble and a combination, and they're everybody's always looking for innovative and maybe lesser known works to be performed. So kudos to you too for doing that. It's great. And as I said, I'm really glad that the grants program could be there. And, the fact that Yoshi was a part of the Young Composers Project in 2017, before he moved from Minnesota, I think that's it's great that all of these intersections have helped you guys create new music from Yoshi, and that the option for his music to get out there, having moved to New York and being there, I think it's fantastic. So thank you. And, keep applying for grants as long as you're eligible.
Yes,
we absolutely will.
Yeah. Mallory, can I ask a question about your first intersection with the Harp Society? Do you know when that was?
From what I can remember, my very first conference was in 2016 when the conference was in Atlanta. And I was fresh out of college. But that's the experience that I remember first being a part of the American Harp Society. I've been a member for quite a few years, but being able to interact and connect with people, that was my first real experience. I remember on that conference being able to watch Bridget Kibbe and Park Stickney. I think they were the opening night, and my mind was blown. Yeah. And then the next night, they did the Susan McDonald tribute. And I was just like, oh, it's such a blessing to be connected and surrounded by so many harpists. And the majority of us didn't even play. You could feel the energy in that room from just being a part of a community, which is really, really nice.
Yeah. I think the Flute Association has the same kind of connection for flutists to be able to get together.
Yeah, we have a flute convention every year.
Yeah. Where are you going to be this year in 2022?
I'm still in Minnesota.
Where's the convention going to be? Do you know?
Oh, you know what? I'm actually not sure.
Just curious.
COVID and everything, I haven't been following it quite as closely.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure on that one.
Okay. Well, we're going to be in your backyard, Karen, in 2022.
Oh, no way.
Fingers crossed and all the stars aligning. We're going to be in Sioux Falls. So
nice.
I would
played
love
with the symphony there.
I know. I read that in your bio. I thought, oh, South Dakota. And one of our national competition winners, her aunt is the concertmaster of the South Dakota Symphony.
Yeah.
So she and her aunt are going to play together at the conference,
fabulous.
Which is great. I know. It's going to be really exciting. Anyway, I don't want to keep you. I know you've got a show, and I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for doing this. It was just great. And Mallory or Karen, can you, the website for Yoshi?
Yes, it is YoshiWeinberg.com.
Easy. Okay. I hope a lot of people will go and, research the score, pay for it, download it, and get started, because it's worthy, totally worthy. And I can't wait to hear the new piece. So thank you both so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Go
you're
be
welcome.
musicians. I'm going to hang around for a minute, but I want to thank you. Take care.
Thank you, you too.
Bye. I think Karen had a Nutcracker matinee that she was headed to. But just before we sign off from this great opportunity to talk with Mallory and with Karen, the grants program of the American Harp Society is having a really significant impact on the creation of new repertoire. We've been talking with harpists all day, and we will continue to be talking with harpists this afternoon, many of whom have benefited by being able to apply for a grant and receive a grant, which has gone towards the commissioning of new works for harp in various formats, ensemble and solo. So it's a great resource, and it's something that the Harp Society cannot do and wouldn't be able to do without the contribution and the membership participating in making it possible. So your membership dues do make a difference. They always make a difference. We have intentionally kept those low, and they will remain low in order to encourage people to become a part of the organization and support the harp and support harpists. But in order to keep them low, every now and then we're going to have to ask for help and support. And this campaign on Giving Tuesday is really targeted at looking for opportunities and ways to bring young harpists to Sioux Falls, South Dakota in June of 2022, both as participants and observers at the national conference. And we have a lot of young harpists signing up to attend, and we want to do everything we can do to help them out. So anything that you can do on this crowdsource funding day, a small gift, maybe there's a chapter out there that's in email contact, and every chapter member is going to get online and give $5. And the chapter at the end can say, we all supported Giving Tuesday and this opportunity for young harpists. I don't know, and I'm not saying I'm requiring that. That's not the point at all. But if there's initiative out there and a chapter wants to band together, you know that we'd be grateful. So thank you all for watching and dialing into the live stream. We're here all day with either live performances and interviews or pre-recorded video messages from so many of our young people who have participated in the Young Composers Project, the Chapter Ambassador Awards Program, the national competition, and the events and opportunities that are offered through the Harp Society. So stick with us, and thanks so much for being here, and have a great afternoon.